um, YouTube has to realize that, hey,
Yeah.
okay, okay, going live.
Okay.
Okay,
Um,
we're like,
yes. Yes, I am on mine.
okay, I'm live on my end too. Awesome.
Okay.
Yay.
I just realized having Robo out is gonna be a huge spoiler, the world has known about Robo for many months,
Yeah.
so really, who cares?
Yeah.
The world's
Who
known
gives
about her.
well
They're just gonna know
yeah.
her origin, cause my past self months ago was impatient.
Yeah. Like, to quote OJ, who gives a hoot?
Beautiful. What if I eat
Yeah.
OJ? I have my chat open.
Wait.
Do you have your chat open?
Yes, I have it. Yeah. Wait, you're a trophy
What did
now?
you say though?
I said, yeah, my pop up. I have my chat popped up. Yeah. Purple said, wait, you're a trophy now? Yeah, this is Jagger.
Damn.
This is my boy Jagger. I can have many sonas. I can have many things. We're just gonna wait for other people to show up because it's a live Q&A unannounced. Actually, we should announce it. Hang on, let me just go on my phone. Where's my phone? Oh, there it is.
Why
Right
is this fucking app, this fucking Notify Me bot, it works when I post TikToks and YouTube videos, but it's so fucky with my streams because it sends notifications at the wrong time, it sends notifications for the wrong streams, and now it's not sending anything for this one. I'm going
wow.
to I'm going to eat it. I'm going to chew crunch munch.
What? Yeah.
What?
They done took my girl. What?
What is happening in
happened
your
to your
chat?
girl? What happened to your girl? What happened? What happened?
What?
What did they do?
What did
I know.
what?
I know what the person's talking about. But look.
I have my chat open and nobody's here. What's happening in your chat? I'm scared.
Purple is a frequent commenter. Purple's a frequent
I know.
commenter,
I've seen him.
Yeah, and he said they done took my girl's. Like, I know exactly what character he's talking about, and I need to look it up and see what happened. I'll look it up later. I'll look at it
I'm
later.
scared. What do you mean?
A character from a show that he likes.
Damn.
Also, my YouTube bot.
Okay.
My YouTube bot is fucky. It stopped working.
Damn.
Yay. So yeah, that's lovely jubbly. Spin-off, she got replaced with a blue speaking kitty. Damn. They took away the mute representation. How sad. Shit. I wish I had a soundboard. I wish I had a soundboard. Like an actual soundboard for streams.
What if I eat you?
No.
Why am I saying this on live? Okay, I have a viewer. Can viewer please exist? You get all the party people. I get no party people. I got one party person.
I got one person that's
I have one person and they don't exist.
So neat, but I have no idea where the fuck Blossom went. Aw.
Aww.
Poor kitty.
Okay. I need to plug my phone in so that it doesn't die because I need it for my chat. Oh, hi, Daisy. Daisy's in my chat, guys.
Awesome.
Why am I saying guys? It's just you.
Oh, you know what? I feel like we should pull up each other's streams on our phone. On our phones.
Okay.
And just look at there. Because that'll work, actually. So
How am I gonna... Should I pull up the chat on my computer then? Because I'm me looking at mine on my phone.
There is a...
I only have two devices.
If you go to YouTube Studio, where you, like, started your live, if you look at the live stream stuff, there's a way to pop out the chat.
Okay.
And so it's... You click where that small little window with the live chat is. There's, like, a three dots. You right-click on that, or something, and
pop out chat. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, there's my chat. Now I'm gonna go to my phone and pull up yours.
Yes.
If this thing
it'll pull up both chats.
Okay.
Oh, interesting. The new girl's name is Lupine? Lupine? I'm gonna try to pronounce... I'll learn how to pronounce that later. But yeah, this is the Q&A. It goes... Burr.
Okay. Goes... Re. It goes re.
It goes... Ah! And I do have a link to my story in my, description, I think. Let me check my description box.
Okay,
One more time. I think it is. Hold on. Oh, yep, there it is. Yep, it's there.
Okay.
Perfect.
AO3... Yeah. I'm gonna pin mine on... I'm gonna pin mine in the chat, on my chat.
Yeah. Okay. I like how, ours are on two different sites. Mine's on Wattpad and yours is on AO3. So I've never learned how to work AO3. I've never learned how to, like, publish things there. I'm a silly goober. Yeah. Let me do that for mine. Hold on.
Wait, no, why am I sad? I typed the 3 on AO3.
Oh.
That's why. I made her sad.
See, that. You're so silly. Remembering about some kids show I had a conversation a few months ago, and our guest has no idea what the fuck I'm talking about. So,
damn!
what they were referring to is Rough Ruffman.
Oh, okay. So like, what, that PBS kids show I've never seen?
Yeah.
Damn. I know some PBS kids shows. I don't know all of them. I don't know that one specifically for some reason. I grew up with Cyber Chase and Wildcrafts.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pin appeared on your end. Already? Do I get mods? Oh, you're here. Yes, okay, you're here on both the... Oh, wait, you're not a mod? Fuck, I have to make you a mod. I know I have you as a mod, but, like, I have to make Pin a mod. Because she's Pin.
Because we listen.
No, that's not what I said! No, we don't want cocaine!
No, thank you.
Wee. Hi. Pin, have you read either of our stories yet? Can I be honest, Kat? I forgot. I'm going into this. I'm going into this and I haven't read DDD.
Damn!
I'm sorry!
That's hilarious. And I've developed more of the story than actually wrote it. Because on my channel, you'll see, like, a video... There's a video of Cobbs and Suitcase. And they
the one with the harpy hair one?
Yeah. They have not shown up.
Have you read FTP yet?
Yes, I've read some of it, yeah.
There's only 3 chapters so far, so...
Then I've read it.
You've read the whole thing?
Yeah. It's like someone said, yeah, you too, cocaine makes you leave the OSC down.
Damn.
Also, the blood on your channels is high.
Yes, I know, I see them. Also, yes, Pin, we are aware that you are obsessed with Fear Garden.
Yee.
To a very, very large amount.
There's been a vocal stim for a while now.
Meow, 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 meow. Oh, you read some of both? Nice. How far have you gotten in?
I'm surprised I've developed more of, like, the backstory for, like, the thing. I have yet to, like, again, the video with Harpy Hair mentions Cobbs' exes. We haven't even seen him, let alone seen the exes yet, which are all dead. Let's put that there.
I'm just gonna disclaim right now, the character that I'm using as a PNG tuber is someone who's meant to show up much later. I just published the story, like, on Saturday, but it's been in development for months, and, on multiple websites, I've revealed this character because I'm impatient as hell. This is Robo, if you recognize her. She, basically gonna be Bot's little sibling that comes in after a bit. The Everyone is Dumb video on my channel kind of explains a bit of their lore. A little, if you guys have seen that video.
Yeah.
You're still playing Pokemon and modding at the same time?!
Damn, that's crazy. Let me look at my channel real quick. I had to check my channel real quick. Because, I think I've posted more videos about, Dreary Digital Dreams, that, if I remember correctly, there is, besides the Harpy Hair video, there should be, like, another... Oh yeah, there's the short that show there's 2 shorts that show hypothetical deaths. And I can explain some of those if people want. And then
and they're also on your TikTok, I seen.
Yeah. And then there's the, where is it? There's the video that, is... Hold on, where in the living Flubnard is it?
Does anyone have any questions for either of us? About our fix? Yes, Panic Room! I love your Panic Room meme!
Yeah, that's the channel trailer, right? That's literally the, yeah. It's...
Yes.
I can multitask. Yeah, you can.
I'm gonna eat you, Pin. I'm actually going to eat you.
Kyogre, be nice to Pin. Yeah, be nice to Pin, Kyogre, jeez.
Does anyone have any questions for me about Falling to Pieces, or the Pieces AU in general, or to Kat about the Dreary Digital Dreams AU?
I feel like to start, we should probably ask each other. Like,
okay.
I wanna, yeah, like inspiration.
Do you have
and
any?
All that, like,
yeah. Like, do you have a question for me, or should I start?
Yeah. General inspirations is what like I feel like we should answer that one. The general inspirations. Like,
okay, who's going first though?
guess you could, yeah.
Okay, the Pieces AU, especially Falling to Pieces, is basically, it's basically inspired... There's not really a lot of inspiration for it. It's kind of inspired by... There's not really a lot of inspiration behind it, honestly. The characters and everything, like, redesigns and stuff was inspired by some things. If you saw my redesigns video. And I feel like the biggest thing is angst is a comfort to me. And, like, it started off as a silly idea. As a little idea of just a what-if idea. You're gonna hate me, but it started off as a bot dies fic when I originally conceptualized it, but I decided that, you know, they live, and obviously somehow Robo came into the picture. There's a lot, and bot does not die, don't worry. I'm not gonna make them die. They're on the verge of death. Light bulb, it's 2 fucking a.m. There is swearing. There is swearing in the story, mostly by paintbrush.
Oh, yeah, there's swearing in mine. There's some swearing in mine. There's swearing in...
Damn.
I think bot at one point says shit. Oh, yeah, in my story, bot accidentally says shit. I forget. I think it was when they're contacting CJ, which is a character that started off originally when I was writing. So, inspirations before we get into CJ. Inspirations. Surprisingly, I have an AU that was that I started, never finished writing it because I just kind of got bored of it because it was literally just a plot of the murder of Sonic the Hedgehog. But
what, your OJ AU?
Yeah, and I got bored of it because it was literally just assignment. Like, it was just taking the story and assigning characters to it, and that kind of got boring. But also another inspiration for Dreary Digital Dreams was the dynamic of me, phone, and bot. It was just like, oh my god, I need this. And another thing was that there are a lot of AUs and stories out there in the fandom that are literally, oh, the Lucky Light, not Lucky Light.
Ah yes, my Sona! Ah yes, my Sona! Ah yes, my Sona!
The bright lights. Sorry. Freudian slip. Anyway, but the bright lights are always made to be evil or, like, you know, murderous. You know, take the one infamous Echoed with a Snap story, for example. Like,
Experiment 21 go Weeee because it kind of sort of inspired one of my original It kind of inspired one of my original stories, but that obviously went way farther and is now nothing like X21.
Yeah. Yeah.
We love Insanity of the Flask around here.
I was like, I wanted to do something different from that. I'm like, okay, everyone makes test tube fan and all the bright lights, just like murderers. But what if I kill 2 of them? And I'm like,
damn.
Oh, shoot, this would be perfect because bot actually canonically sees them as parents. Because the question to Cappy, what were your parents like, implies that bot sees them as parents. And so I'm like, what if we just take the parents away?
Damn.
Damn. Take the parents away.
And then mine's just like, what if I take the child away?
Like, what if I make the Spider-Man canon event the freaking Uncle Ben them?
Bot canon event.
Yes.
And then my bot's canon event is fucking exploding.
Damn.
Amelia, you have a question? You can just type the question.
Yeah.
If you have a question about FTP,
Wait, what? Sorry, someone said, what do you mean forget about it and Peep in the Big Wide World were animated by the same people? That's crazy! Sorry, that's not even a part of the Q&A. I'm stunned by that. That's
What?
I grew up with Peep in the Big Wide World.
Damn. Oh yeah, Pin's question. Pin asked a question on your stream about the.
Okay. Oh, sorry. Let me see. What happened to that one AU
What?
where the Gaia crew were half animals like ALG? Oh yeah, I haven't even gotten around to that. Like I scrapped that IIAU.
I didn't ignore you.
I didn't ignore you. Sorry.
What? Huh?
What happened?
I didn't ignore you.
Oh. You won't be. There's no question. I'm confused.
I just don't. I don't want to play around with the role playing right now, Amelia.
Yeah.
Purple. She's like a flower.
Yeah, Robo's a flower. Anyway, but yeah, the IIAU, as you can see that because if you remember Jagger, or like the original concept for that thing where it's like the monsters and everything, and where I assigned Trophy as a jackalope in that AU like idea. Jagger is the result of that, and that's like the only remaining thing besides the paintbrush griffin thing, because that was originally part of it. But now Mal has a paintbrush Sona who's a griffin, so like some of it survives, but just like indirectly.
Yeah, our friend
Jagger.
Mal.
Jagger very directly.
Pin, it's basically already decided that they're a flower.
But wait, hold on. Let me look up something. I'm curious if there's any. Hold on. Look like. Hang on. Oh, there are some flowers that resemble mobs. That's actually pretty cash money.
Yeah, I redesigned, not super redesigned, but like, I changed Robo's design a bit because their original design, so for anyone who doesn't know, I have autism with motor skill issues, and I've been trying to get physical therapy since 2024, but earlier versions of my art, I didn't really know how to properly use the assisting tools, like the shape tools, so everything just looked wobbly and weird. Robo was one of those. I decided to, since I use Robo a lot, I decided to make a new and improved asset for her using shape tools, and it actually looks really good. As for other beta designs, honestly, when I was conceptualizing Robo, part of me wanted to just have them straight up look exactly like Bot, and that just be their canon design. And that is technically one of their canon designs, based on what's going to happen later in the story, but I decided she deserves her own design. So I just gave her her own design because that makes a lot more sense, and because it wouldn't make sense because I realized it wouldn't make sense if she looked exactly like them, because that would defeat the whole purpose of Bot's original arc, and it would defeat the purpose of Robo's arc that she's going to have.
Yeah. Also, I sent into the, in DMs, a moth orchid.
Oh, nice.
And it's purple.
It kind of does
There's
look like her.
Ones. Yeah, so technically it could work like that they're kind of moth orchid. That could work.
Maybe.
If you look at the
Also,
center,
hi,
though, it kind of
Gallium.
looks like a bird. Hi, Gallium. I kind of want to talk about the funny haha endless meme videos that I did that go Weeee.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Let me see if I can find them. Ah, my leg! Sorry. I thanks, YouTube. Sorting by shorts is supposed to, show the shorts. Not not a freaking, not just normal videos that fall into the time frame. Thanks, you're completely useless. Let's see here. Because, let me find the Chaos Incarnate. Why? I skipped one. It links back to the other one, so I should really just click on that one. Pausing. Good. Okay. Found it. Okay. I need to go through the video, so if you hear me playing the video in the background, that's me just trying to find the things. Also, I can't look at the chat while I'm looking at the short, so please bear with me. Well, I can look at my chat. I should let me pull up Lucky Stream in a different thing, different tab real quick while I do the searching of the quest for the. Oh my God, Chad the Bird is gonna have another. Sorry, there's a comedian I like that's gonna have another video coming out in the evening, so that's gonna be fun. Let me just click this, pause that. Awesome. Okay. Doot. Perfect. Alright. So now, so explain. Okay, so the first two in the first video are very obvious, as the first two are test
Fan
tube
and Tested
and
get fucking murdered.
Yeah. I actually did turn it down so that it doesn't pick up much in the stream. Okay, hypothetical for suitcase. Hold on, let me see what it was. This is before we found out how much of a fucking badass she is. I already knew she had the potential to be that, but, like, there was also part of me that, like... Okay, so, for the in the, video, the Harpy hair video, we do have a moment where her eyes do glow. I forget if I ever wrote it down why she does that. Yeah. Suitcase's eyes glow. There's, like, some sort of, like, psychic ability that she has. It's telepathically communicating. Like, temporarily. When, like, it's only for, like, a short amount of time. But it's specifically telepathically communicating the voices of spirits that she can see.
Nice.
I gave her the ability to speak to spirits and actually use telepathy to, like, take the voice of the ghost that's talking to her and just project it outward so that people could actually hear the dead like dead people. It's crazy, but, like, her knowing too much would also be, like, a problem, and so that's why she's like, that's why it says, please don't kill me. But, like, it's a hypothetical, and I don't think I'm gonna go through with that. Also, she's Cabby's roommate in the story.
Ah, nice.
Bot. So the next one is bot, and it says not happening. Weird. Oh, and it says run Cabby run, because run Cabby run is actually something that is going to be in the story. And this is when bot thinks that it's over, but no, I'm not going to spoil what I wrote down for the ending, but just know it's a fight. Hypothetical
Damn.
balloon. It's just screaming no. I don't remember why I put this one.
Damn.
I don't remember. Hypothetical
Damn.
light bulb. So light bulb and paintbrush, both of them, their deaths are connected to each other because light bulb calls out for paintbrush to help, and paintbrush goes looking for her. I put these in here because, again, the whole bright lights are normally in like fanon stuff are seen as crazy people. I'm like, what if I just kill them off? There was a potential for them to, since they're connected with bot and connected with test tube and fan, who, if you read the story, the first part of the story, there's like something, like fan mentions a research paper, that they can't disclose anything to bot about. And then they are both killed. You can get from that they're killed because of that research paper. Someone doesn't want that published, so that's very fun. And there's a supplementary material book that I'm writing that will help with that, and it's Cabby's Files or something like that. Let me check my chat real quick. Hold on. Funny how all three of these work stories about bot is the central character, or one of the central characters at least. Yeah. The next. Okay, I'm about to get past the paintbrush one. Okay, Cabby, hypothetical. I was writing the ending. There were quite a few different like scenarios of what could happen. A Cabby death was one of them. With I'm sorry, and a me phone potential one. And some people had asked me about. Oh yay! Look at the chat. Yay! So
yay!
There was. So right after I posted this one, someone had asked, "What's with the me phone one? Who is he saying I love you to?" That would have been him saying that to bot after he, like, shielded bot from like getting attacked. Which, funnily enough, Meatpad go burn.
Damn!
It wouldn't have been a stabbing though, but still. What's funny, there is a hypothetical in the second one that is a Meatpad.
Meatpad dies real.
And ironically, one of my OCs is literally a zombie Meatpad, so there you go, 3 layers of why. Remember that video that did I show you the video that was posted by Jordy? Oh great Meatpad, firmly grasp the putter in your hand.
Oh my god, no, the SpongeBob reference one where toilet commits a cobs on him.
and Jazzy was just like, go ahead, honey, post that, knowing full well what happened.
Damn.
Did you hear anything? By the way, I'm eating pudding.
Can I eat the pudding?
How do I feed it through a screen?
Feed it to me! I'm not gonna be able to see your chat for a bit because I'm gonna look at my videos.
Yeah.
So I can look at them.
Yeah. So, Purple asks, so where did non-me phone created objects come from? Is Steve like the only one, or am I forgetting someone? Bot was built by Fan and Test Tube. I think since Steve mentions his parents, I feel like they're just born into existence. Plus, the whole crowd that surrounds him in his song are literally real people. So there's that. So real object people exist. Especially the line in II, it's like, so many of us everywhere, who knows what else we'll find out there. That exactly, it's like, there's more people that exist out there. Anyways, back to the hypotheticals that I have in this. OJ, hypothetical. Get out or I will open fire is a crazy ass line to say before die. Yes, OJ has a gun.
OJ has a gun!
Finally, after all these years, Bill Cipher has a gun.
Damn! For his neutral move, he has a gun.
God.
Or whatever the fuck the
OJ
Joker
having a
meme is,
gun
I don't know.
Crazy. But yeah, I don't know why I wrote this one, if I remember correctly. I think it's like if the attacker came back to the place, like this is like years late. This is like 4 years after the main story takes place. 4 years after the incident. Chapter 1 is the incident, and then Chapter 2 is literally 4 years later. And I do remember Meatpad was like, "No, you are not investigating this thing. That is too dangerous." It's like, where do you think you're going? Outside. Too dangerous. Outside is where the Civil War was held.
Me like, let me do my bot impression real quick. Me phone. When can I leave to go? Meepad. When can I leave and go out and be on my own?
Damn. Toilet. Oh yeah, toilet's also real. Why did I forget about toilet for a hot second? Damn. Get out or I open fire is crazy. Paper not happening. OJ's hypothetically dying, but Paper's not happening. I forget why. But like,
damn.
Yeah, I guess I'm not killing off Paper. So there you go. For all you Paper fans. All you PayJ fans, there's a potential that the J part of the PayJ will die. But there's not a chance that the pay part...
Pay part. So, I'm on my video...
Damn. Go ahead.
I'm on my video, I got bored and put my object OCs into 37 CapCut templates, which was posted on January 22nd of 2025. And I know there's some FTP things in here, some robo things. And, I'm on the part that it's the overthinks doesn't think genuinely concerned for both of them meme. And I've placed robo in the overthinks part. And I feel like I should explain that. Basically, robo has severe anxiety to a point where she has intense panic attacks, and they also overthink a lot, and there's points where I'm going to say it now, I am planning for pieces to be a multi-fic AU, with FTP being the first, and there being a planned sequel centering around robo called Piecing It Together. And I plan on depicting a severe panic attack, and one sad quirk that Robo has that I've actually demonstrated in roleplays with Kat before, because we've done non-canon roleplays, and I've used Robo. One sad quirk that Robo has, a really bad symptom, is that she experiences some self-injurious behavior when it comes to her meltdowns and her panic attacks, where she like pulls on her wings, and test tube has had to repair her in these role plays.
Mm-hmm.
And I might incorporate that into Pieces canon. I'm definitely incorporating that into Pieces canon. So, yes. And then, obviously, I set Goo as doesn't think and Bot as genuinely concerned for both of them. Because, yes.
Yeah. I'm going through the video that I have. The next one is Knife. And I'm like, motherfucker's already dead. There's no hypothetical about this shit. But, like, in my story, Meepad's still around. So the timeline's already fucked. Do I want to keep Ghost Knife? Maybe. We might see him. Currently in the story, they're in the mansion. So we might see Knife. Just chilling. I don't know. This timeline is gonna be so weird that it's like, it's so far off from the original timeline. It's just, it's like, what's canon, what isn't canon, what is from this, like, I don't know, but like, look, Fan and Test Tube are dead, so it's like, does it really matter? And yes, Cobb is still alive, so it's like, so do we really need to follow, like, the whole Ghost Knife thing? I don't know. We might.
Meanwhile,
and that would be a weird thing.
Meanwhile, Falling to Pieces is more of an alternate post-II-18. Like, everything up to II-18 is canon in FTP. I'm gonna wait until Season 4 comes out to see if I'm gonna incorporate that into my canon, because I could easily shift the timeline to be... Because I could easily shift it to being from post-II-18 to post-Season 4, but that depends on what happens in Season 4. But, as of now, it is an alternate post-II-18. Inanimate Insanity is canon to Pieces, but after II-18 is where Pieces AU starts. As of now.
Yeah. Mine, like, the weird thing is that I started my AU, just as, I think it's during, or, like, before it even ended. Yeah, this is, while Season 3 was still going. This is while III was still going.
So before we met.
That's why it's so fucky. Yeah, so that's why the timeline's so fucky. And why Meepad's still alive, Cobbs is still alive, and why we don't get mentions of, like, Mephone X at all. Which, that's an interesting thing to bring up. We don't know who killed, Fan and Test Tube, and I'm not gonna bring that up at all, actually. Because that's for people to find out, and is Mephone X in the story? Maybe. We don't know.
See, you're more responsible than me. You're more responsible than me because I'm so impatient that the world already knows about Robo, even though we're nowhere near the whole project arc yet.
Yeah. Oh my god, Knife's dying words were bring it on in the hypothetical. What the fuck?
Damn. Bro died fighting.
We
said it at the same time!
What's funny is that after that is Meepad.
No!
It was a oh my god. The line was a pleasure doing service with you. Damn.
I'm on my YouTube now on the video Inanimate Insanity Fan Art Speed Paint Who Am I, also featuring Altver with my OC, published on February 11th, 2025. And it shows a fan art that I made of Bot and Bobot of, like, Who Am I, and then there's an alternate version of what looks to be a silhouette of Robo and Bot, but that's actually Robo and their original form. Because I'm still trying to conceptualize what exactly happens in this arc. but basically, there's going to be a whole arc called the Project Arc where Test Tube tries to fix Bot, makes them an alternate body, and then, like, the alternate body gains sentience.
Yeah.
And
like,
becomes,
worry,
like, its own personality.
Hey, Professor, I was an accident too.
And that actually contributes a lot to Robo's anxiety, because a lot of Robo's low self-esteem issues come from their origins, and come from this origin because their struggles, because they worry that they aren't really meant to be here a lot. And that's going to be explored in Piecing It Together. Why am I talking about the sequel when the first fic was only up to chapter 3 and I posted it Saturday? See, this is what I mean when I say you're more responsible than me. I'm so impatient that I just want to tell everyone everything right away, and you're like, nope, I don't want to spoil that. I don't want to spoil that. And I'm here yapping away.
Because mine's a murder mystery, and that's why it's like the mystery is
okay.
Who killed. And we haven't even seen Cobbs yet. It's like,
can I
Cobbs
eat him?
No, Cobbs is a sleazy bastard. Oh, by the way Cobbs dies in the movie, motherfucker in my AU has a burn scar that was there before the movie even happened, and there's like a piece of him that's like popped. It's very weird. Very cool. There's like white eyes that he has. It's crazy. Oh yeah, Bot did see the killer, but he can only remember the eyes. So it's like, does everyone have unique eyes? Or no? There's quite a few different characters who have unique eyes, so that's gonna be very tricky. Because not only does Blueberry have unique eyes, so does Taco. Pickle,
Vellum.
And quite a few others. Vellum, yeah, Vellum especially. Who, will appear. Which, Vellum is the name of, Loose Leaf.
Evil Paper.
Or Loose Leaf. Yeah, Loose Leaf's chosen name. They prefer to go by Vellum more often, which is, Gallium said, even I'm keeping the ending of my project secret for reasons. Specifically for their partner. Sorry.
I'm gonna So I'm looking at Falling to Pieces voice acted trailer Inanimate Insanity AU/fanfic world, published on February 12th, 2025. I'm going to need my volume up for this, because I might need to explain some things about it.
Pretty good. Life is pretty good. I have two amazing parents, amazing aunts, and an amazing godmother. There's no way.
Okay. Aunts and godmother. Aunts refers to paintbrush and light bulb. Godmother refers to Cabby.
Yeah.
I forgot I put that sound there! That startled me!
Noise. That's a fucking gunshot!
It was supposed to be an explosion!
That's a gunshot! I just realized it's a gunshot!
It's supposed to be an explosion!
Bang! Damn. It's like, but I think, hold on. Let me look at my files, because I think there was alternate names for, Dreary Digital Dreams, if I remember correctly. There were alternate names. I don't know if I still have them, because this is on my old phone. That I had them, but hopefully I do have some remnants of it, because some of the names were crazy. Let me see if... No, hold on. I don't have them.
am not proud of that scream. Also, I obviously did end up changing that dialogue, because if we go to the actual final product in Chapter 3, Lightbulb's dialogue is not just but, like, it's actually very different. Like, it's actually like, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, or something.
Yeah. Damn, crazy. Hold on. I think it's in... Oh wait, is it in the AU discussion in my server? Hang on. Search from specific person, me, media.
Okay. I'm trying to hear what they're saying here. Oh god, I'm sorry, okay.
That was the last thing I saw. Before I woke up.
No, it was not. I changed that. I changed that in the actual final product. That was the last thing I saw. You did not see Lightbulb. The last thing you saw was a fucking steam and smoke and fire. That was the last thing they saw. If you look at Chapter 2, the last thing they saw was, because of how tired they were, they thought this big red button was the ball because of how tired and low battery they were. And before I woke up, you did not wake up. You are not awake yet in the published chapters. Mix bot.
Okay, I can't find the original names, which is unfortunate.
What do you mean, bot exploded? I don't know, they just...
Okay, that dialogue was obviously changed.
Yeah, that one was changed.
That was obviously changed because in Chapter 3, in the actual story, I decided to have it be late at night that they went out because Painty is sleeping. Paintbrush is sleeping, and then Lightbulb just wakes them up, and then we have the iconic, we have the infamous, it's 2 fucking a.m. line.
Yeah. I'm upset that I can't find the original thumbnails. Because I think one of them was, something, because the image that's in the background, I think one of the titles was like, shoot, I'm trying to remember, but it was, I think one of them was about lullaby, it was like mentioned lullabies, and another one, like, it was always had to do with dreams. I don't know why specifically, like, dreams and sleeping, but, like, it was, like, because it's, like, a dreamscape, like, just, like, I have to, like, let me wake up from this. This has to be a nightmare. This cannot, I must be dreaming. They cannot be dead type situation.
Me after making Chapter 3's title a reference to DDD.
Oh my god, wait, I just remembered. One of them is I Will Always Protect You. That was a title. And it's... That's a title... Like, the thumbnail has MePhone and Bot, so it's very clear that it's, like, specifically MePhone talking to Bot, but it's, like, I Will Always Protect You is a crazy-ass, like, placeholder title. Especially since it's a murder mystery. Title. It's cute. It's cute. I should probably, the chapters don't have titles. I wish they did, because that would have been a great, like, title for, like, a chapter.
I want to title a chapter that for piecing it together.
You can.
Eats you.
Let me see who's after MePad. Hang on. Oh, Taco.
Taco?
I'm telling you I didn't do it is the line. So that's the line that they say before the... So...
Is she in the death penalty?!
So, originally, in my... Like, no, someone killed her because they thought that she did it.
Oh.
Like, originally, if I go through the stuff I have that I wrote down, is that she... Apparently in my original draft for this, before, you know, the whole arc and everything, that she gets through the major fucking glow-up, that she gets the queen, the Sky Lesbian. She's in jail for some reason?
Damn.
So, like, I don't know who specifically would have tried to kill her in this situation, but it's definitely someone with a vendetta against her. Just
I thought you were gonna
assuming
say it's
she did it.
I thought you were gonna say it's definitely someone with a gun.
I don't think they shot her. Although she would fight back. Girl definitely has claw-like nails.
Yes.
But
Test tube. There has to be a way
Wait.
to fix this. There has to.
Damn.
Okay, so
I will, fan. I will.
A Stranger by Jack Stauber. Okay. So those lines, those are probably going to be changed, but they're probably, because I still have to write those parts. We left off in the actual final product, the current version of the final product, where Lightbulb drank after hearing the screams. So something along the lines of what you just heard is probably coming soon, where Fan is just desperate, and Test Tube is like, I want there to be a whole slew of chapters before Test Tube tries anything, because I feel like Test Tube, part of me wants to have Test Tube be in denial before eventually it becomes too severe, so then Test Tube does be like, well, I guess I do have to fix them somehow, some way, and then tries to make them a new body. Oops, you made another child.
Insert "don't worry, Professor." I made that joke too many times, but it's so true though.
Yes, you make that so much in terms of Robo, I swear to God.
We're gonna get copyright claimed up in here. Weenus. Trying to talk over it so that way it doesn't get caught.
That was sort of a Robo line right there. Let me play that again.
Yeah.
Can it show? Please? Did I go too far back? Yep. She's just like, who am I? Because to explain that,
Who am I?
what are you even saying? I'm the loser of the game. You didn't know you were playing.
Yeah.
So basically, that line, there's definitely gonna be something along the lines of that, because if I'm being honest, if I'm gonna say, because I've already been spoiling a lot for months, so what does it really matter? Robo starts out as the project, meaning basically when Test Tube was trying to make the new body, Test Tube was running tests on the body, and these tests were involving, having the body run and work and do things.
Yeah.
And, kind of sort of develops a consciousness in the process. Oopsie! Because there's, blank chips in there that start developing. Obviously, this ends up being swapped with Bot's actual chips, but I imagine Test Tube can't bear to get rid of the person she accidentally created, so Robo's new body and stuff,
Yeah.
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 Okay.
Oh my god. There's another,
I don't need volume for this one, I think, but I'll let you continue first.
Candle's another hypothetical on this list. Which I don't think Candle actually will play a part in the story now that I think about it. But, like, the words no wait, that's so generic. I'm sorry. Life ring. A potential to maybe or maybe not be in the story. I don't know why. I think I was just going through the whole list of characters and being like, hey, if they showed up in the story and if they died, here's what it'd be like.
Damn.
Oh, damn. The line... No, my med bag is empty. Shit. Like, what were you...
Damn.
Like, are you bleeding? Like, I don't think you're bleeding out, sir. I don't think you have blood. But,
I
like,
mean,
that's so
bleeding
horrifying.
out could be his air.
Yeah, but, like, damn, like, holy shit, that's, like, especially if he needs, like, specifically, imagine he needs anti-venom or something, and it's not there. That would suck. That actually is a horrifying situation for him.
Yeah. I'm on the video Falling to Pieces character design changes, published in February 15th, 2025. And first we have the characters who did not get design changes. I forgot to put Goo on there, and I had to specify in the comments that yes, Goo will be in the story, but has no changes. He gets no redesign because he's perfect. Oh, apparently I also forgot to say Cabby's pronouns, which are she, they in this AU. So, my reasons for not doing the floor is because I can't really do much with the floor. It also mentions he, they, she for the floor. Nickel just says didn't feel like doing him.
Damn.
And
damn.
then...
There's such disrespect.
And then Silver Spoon just says no reason to do so because he wouldn't change himself, and realistically, he'd not let himself get worn down. And then the other two is that Bot is already looks how they're comfortable looking, and as for Where, well, the explosion would certainly cause some. And then for Balloon, I just yell, Where would kill him?
Damn.
Because he gets a little Where he fucking pops. I'm not killing him.
The little tail thing he has could probably get a little snibbied without issue. Like a little tiny bit of that missing.
Yeah.
No,
my brain said something I probably shouldn't. My brain said something that I shouldn't say on stream.
Let me type it in chat.
I'm gonna DM you what my brain. I'm gonna DM you what my brain thought.
Are we typing the same word? Oh no! Hold on. I don't know if I spelt this right. Hold on.
I shouldn't say this on stream. No!
You said.
I was more straightforward.
Y'all, if you want to know, it's a funny ha-ha, Balloon's tail is in a weird spot situation.
Yeah, okay. So, Test Tube has some Wear, and she learned that she needs glasses due to nearsightedness. That doesn't really have a lot of story impact. Okay, Fan, a little Wear, learned he's farsighted, so needs glasses, wears his bow tie more often, goes by he, they... Okay, Paintbrush. Paintbrush, it's not really lore important to the story, but it's lore important to the actual canon. Because I referenced because they grew their bristles out and dyed them pink to reclaim it after the Mile High Pie incident. They also have a burn scar on their wood. That's not really super important. The backstory to that might be shown one day, but yeah, it's based on their exit interview when they said that.
Yeah. Also, one of the last people... Oh, go ahead.
Light Bulbs is just cracks. The biggest one is because of the explosion. I think I changed this because I think I described it differently than it looks in this video. So I might update it. And I also said in the story, the actual story, that the cracks can heal. So yeah. Okay, candle. Her wick is burned down over time and she's a bit more melted up top. Before I get to Cabby, you can continue.
Okay, so one of the last two in this video, because yes, there is two, and one of them is a jump scare, kind of. There's just no, like, name for him, and then he just shows up. This one is not a hypothetical. This motherfucker's already dead. We will get a flashback to how he died, via Suitcase's, ability to talk to spirits. This is Zoetrope! And this will get into a segue into the, Harpy Hair video. And Zoetrope's final words were, I'm sorry, I promise I'll never do it again, please don't do this to me. We will get into an explanation. It's also, not only is it in red like every other, like, bit of text was in this video, but it's also, outlined with black. Which is not the normal, but so meaning yes, word for word, this will be there.
Damn.
And then the last one is a jump scare, but it's Cobbs, and it's a fucking reference to the fucking water noose thing. But he says the company will never die. I'm like,
so Cabby realized that she needed glasses. She tried not to get worn down, but she ended up needing a new wheel, so she has like a pink prosthetic wheel. I'm probably going to show the backstory of that, but I'm not sure. Her glasses are also pink because they happened around the same time. Moving on to the Everyone is Dumb video, but I will let you continue first.
You can actually move on to the Everyone is Dumb video. I'm checking the live chats. Our chats are very inactive, and that's okay.
Okay.
People who watch this on playback, y'all are great, and we, like, at this point, we're just talking to everyone who's watching this in playback. Because our viewer count has gone to a standstill. Yeah. And that's fine. It's fine if our viewer count went down to a standstill. That's typical and normal.
If anyone is watching this on either of our ends and wants to ask a question, preferably please ask Falling to Pieces questions on my channel and Dreary Digital Dreams on Kat's channel. However, we will be checking both of our comment sections, and we will answer any further questions that anyone has after we exit the live stream.
Yeah. Anyways, go ahead with yours.
Okay. So, it shows Test Tube and the project. This is not bot. This is actually Robo's original form. And here, it shows Test Tube smiling because she's, like, sitting there. She's like, you know, everything's going according to plan, at least so she thought. But then it shows a hallway. They are escaping the laboratory. And then, Everyone is Dumb. I chose this song because everyone is mistaking this for bot. Dumbasses. And so the characters I chose to show: Fan. Fan is crying because Fan really wanted... It's because Fan hasn't seen... At this point, Fan hasn't seen Test Tube for a long time because Test Tube's been working on the project, and Fan has no idea about this. So suddenly seeing, quote-unquote, bot again has him overwhelmed with emotion. Lightbulb is crying. She's seeing what she thinks is Bot, who's all better, supposedly. And she's obviously very emotional due to, you know, the circumstances of how everything happened in the first place. Paintbrush, I don't really have an explanation for. It's just basically they're like, last time they saw Bot, they were not okay. This is not Bot, obviously, but Paintbrush is probably thinking, is this real? Is this real life? Candle's aura powers are going to play a huge part in this. Because Candle does not see Bot's aura, leaving her very confused, very concerned, not understanding what's going on. Because this doesn't feel like Bot to her because of her aura powers. We see Cabby with a sweat drop checking Bot's file. Because this, according to Bot's file, a lot of the way that this so-called Bot is acting does not match up with her file. So that also plays a very important role alongside the aura thing. So I think Candle and Cabby, I'm probably gonna have them heavily interact and have them have perspectives, because the way that all the pieces fics are going to be told is through switching different first-person perspectives, switching like a different character every chapter. Silver Spoon just looks confused. No really explanation there. Goo can visibly see Bot, but part of him is telling him this isn't the best friend he knows. Nickel's just confused. Balloon is concerned because I don't really have an explanation for that either. The Floor, who's just eyes because the fucking Bot is in the way.
Yeah.
I feel like the floor is probably, I want the Floor and Bot to be really close in pieces, so Flory can probably tell something's not right. And then the cycle repeats and says everyone is dumb, until it eventually shows the real Bot. Because I want there to be a part in the story where the project ends up accidentally seeing the real Bot. Does Robo feel bonita? Okay, let me. Do you or do you not feel bonita? I do feel bonita, I suppose. I feel bonita. What's bonita? But what's bonita? You should not be on a live stream if you don't know what bonita is. Why are you on a live? Why did you steal Fan's desk? Fan! So basically, what happens is Bot wakes up and sees this clone of them, essentially. And there's going to be a whole chapter where there's a confrontation between the real Bot and Test Tube, because they are straight up accusing Test Tube of trying to replace them. And it's a whole emotional ordeal. That's what I plan on having happen. And that's the last of the FTP-related videos on my YouTube channel. I don't think I really have a lot on my TikTok. I think I just have things about Robo on my TikTok that basically explain themselves.
Nice.
Yeah.
I like how the person said, "Yay!" 3 clapping emojis.
Yay.
It's like jolly good show. Why did I go all formal with that one? Okay, so the Harpy Hair video is very straightforward with the text on the screen. So I'm referring to Harpy Hair, Dreary Digital Dreams AU, Anime Insanity meme. The line, like, instead on the screen, there's like the lyrics, but it's specifically changed to asking where have you buried all your exes? Because 4 exes, all of whom are dead, and I've already explained that Suitcase can see ghosts. Oh, and there's I have to explain why Suitcase looks the way that they do. There's a big ass bow on her, which a lot of people put bows on Suitcase, but specifically why there's a bow on Suitcase in this one is to partially cover a burn scar. Where that burn scar come from? So a lot of the characters in the story actually have scars from like injuries they got during the show. A burn scar on Suitcase because from the maze. There is like Baseball's got a shit ton of injuries, but I have yet to design him because he's gotten the most injuries out of everyone, but he's okay.
Yeah.
He just got a lot of like healed up, all a bunch of like just different scars and shit.
The
but
poor
he's fine.
man.
Yeah, I mean, bro literally got full on whole body burnt.
Damn.
Remember that?
Yeah.
But like that one wasn't bad enough to cause any scarring, so that's good. He's just a little toasty. It's just a little toasty.
Just a little toasty warm.
Yeah. But also, both Taco and Pickle have scars and also a blind eye. Mirroring each other actually, which is very interesting. A lot of people make Pickle have like at least one blind eye, which makes sense. Taco's is like just because the point of that fucking gemmery fell onto her eye. That would
and cracked her.
Yeah, but that would leave more than just a crack. That would literally like ruin her eye.
Yeah.
Like, Pickle's blind eye is not a huge deal. It's just that his vision's very blurry, but he can still see, like, shapes and color through that eye. It's just not as focused anymore, thanks, Taco. But Taco can't see shit out of her, that one eye that the gemmery fell on and fucking poked out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Suitcase's scar goes over her eye, but her eye is okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And Cobb's scar, if I remember from, it doesn't even touch his eyes. There's quite a few characters with scars. And 2 of them are burn scars, which are both in this video. Oh, and then the ending has the outlines of all 4 characters. Ballpoint Pen, which a lot of people liked to ship with, Cobbs for some funny haha reason. I took it and was like, how about he does date him, but he's dead now.
Damn. Bro got killed.
And of course, Zoetrope is in there. Okay, so there's a light bulb silhouette, but it's not our light bulb, obviously. Like, no duh. If you look at the shape of it, and if you look at the ass, if you go onto, not the ass.
If you look at the ass! If you look at the ass. If
was
you
about
look
to
at the
say-
ass.
I was about to say asset. I was about to say asset. Like,
If you look at the ass. Look at the ass.
So,
Bruh.
yeah, it's the one that calls Cobbs a fish. And so, if you look at Jazzy's Twitter, someone had actually showed what Jazzy was voicing in the song. Because I think Jazzy thought it was like a gumball machine or something at first. Or like some sort of like device. But no, it's a light bulb. And like, just a like, I'm thinking an LED light bulb specifically. I don't know. But like a small, like it's a, that when you put it into a thing, it'll like glow white instead of orange or yellow because it's a different type of light bulb. I don't know the difference between light bulb. I took a lighting class in my thing. Daylight color. That's what it is. Daylight color and not incandescent. Okay, light bulb's an incandescent. So, the funny. So, but yeah, it's that light bulb from the Future Is So Yesterday. Cobbs, you're always being coy. It's that one.
Look at your chat, Kat.
Cobbs, you're always being coy. Get fucking shot. Damn.
Dreary digital guns.
Oh yeah, and the last one that I have to mention is, and since actually I feel like that person, the light bulb person, was probably the very first X because we had known nothing about them. We just know that they existed. We don't even know what gender they are. It's like they are the long dead. They're like dead.
They could be a xenogender for all we know.
It's like we don't know. It's because they were like they are the first X and they're just dead. Just there's like
damn
anything they don't remember. Like when Suke's talks to them, they don't even remember like much. They just know who killed them and that they were dating Cobbs. That's what they can remember because their spirit is just so long gone that that's the only thing that they can relay is what they last remember. So they can't even relay who they were, which is sad and depressing. And Grosker's the last one. The only female on this list.
Cobbs is
Cobbs is confirmed by Adams. And it's like, but
damn.
Cobbs dies with no bitches in canon, so Cobbs has 0 bitches.
Damn.
Ew, why the fuck underneath my video do I have an ad for like gross fucking mobile game? Ew. Why? No, I don't want to see that. But yeah.
Is it like one of those ones with like I'm not gonna say it.
The cleaning and like medical, yeah. I hate those.
Oh, I was gonna say something completely different.
What, one of the here, pimple pop the foot. Yeah, it's one of those. It's gross and disgusting. I hate those ads. No. It is feet though, and it's like, can we not show that?
No, why?
It's like, here, clean this. It's like, no, can we not do that? I hate that. Can we not normalize that? It's like, unless you're like someone who's like, spa person that's like, it's like, here, we will do the massaging for you. Massages are completely normal. Adam's apple. Apple me.
Whatever Apple means. Also, I am a voice actor. I've been on break for multiple months, but I'm trying to get back into it. Like, I'm trying to better my mental health so I can have more motivation to do it, because I ended up quitting a project over this stupid shit, and I'm so sorry, LPS Hintomoon. I'm so sorry, but yeah, there is a project that I still am in, and there's some that I'm waiting for the results of the auditions to see if I'm in. And other than that, I do some impressions of characters. I give voices to my OCs. Like, I can actually show you how Robo sounds. Like, this is sort of her voice. It sounds like this, and she's very bit quiet. And it's not detecting on Veda 2 because of how quiet she is. She has to be louder! When she gets mad, she's loud!
Damn, I wonder
There's
how... I wonder if
there's
that
a
peaked
whole...
in OBS. I wonder if that
There's
peaked
a
in my
whole...
OBS.
There's a whole roleplay that me and Kat did, so you... If the people on Kat's end probably know their OC Mimic with the override, there's a whole roleplay where Robo got so pissed that they beat the shit out of the override. Like, I'll say this now, most times when they feel overwhelmed with emotion, it's like a panic attack or a meltdown. But if they get overwhelmed by anger, they will go fucking feral.
I just realized
it's always the nice ones. What?
I realized I might be hearing double of you on my end. For some reason, my mic moves when when you talk, but like my headphones are nowhere near the thing, so I don't know. It might be my computer being stupid as fuck. Anyway.
Oh no. But yeah, basically,
no, it's picking up background noise. My window's open, and there's a bird outside.
Okay.
So it might just be picking up the air. We're good.
Yeah, so basically, the way Robo is they're very sweet and innocent and nice and kind and very shy, very anxious, but don't piss them off. Do not piss them off.
Yeah.
I could basically, it was a vocal role play. We were in a Discord call doing this role play, and all Kat could probably hear was like, "Leave me back alone! Leave me back alone!"
Damn. Oh yeah, it's not peaking in my OBS. That's good.
I think it peaked on mine.
It probably did, but it's so funny. Just the fact that so for those who don't know, Mimic is one of my OCs, and Mimic is, well, based on the name, you could probably infer that she's a Meeple computer, based on the iMac G3, and I love her to pieces so much. Yo, Love to Pieces should be like a sequel. Love to Pieces.
Yes.
I love you to pieces. Anyway, it's like a side story type deal. Anyway, she has this thing called the Override, which is a virus that was put inside of her by Cobbs because she ran away from the company, met up with Dal, who is her dead partner. I need to design them. Cobbs had Dal killed, so, and Mimic would just not obey him because she was mad and pissed off, and also her siblings are dead. And he decides to not just, like, he puts her in the storage area for a bit, but then decides to bring her out and try to change her programming from being, like a computer that works in, like, nurseries or hospitals or whatever. She specifically works in, like, child care nursery type deals. And, he tries to change that by adding this code in. It does not mesh well, and thus, the override is kind of like a virus. However, it's a virus specifically to her, and if you tried to transfer the files to someone else, it would not work. The files are only compatible with her. And thus the override exists. And
you have your circle dot meme with her. With them.
Yeah. Yeah. Hi, hello, how are you? I'm fine. No, you're not. No, you're not. Also, I didn't say Adams. I said Adam has, or Adam has, like... I didn't call him Adams.
You did say Adams.
I did say Adams?
Yes.
Why did I say... It's like, oh no, there's more of those little green robots. Oh no.
There's more. Okay.
It's a whole army
of
ADAM. It's a whole army.
So, like, the context of the roleplay, we do a bunch of non-canon roleplays just for fun, and Memek was, like, watching over Robo because she watches over kids, and then the override took over, and... Gone, reduced to atoms. I almost said the Memek took over. The override took over, and, Robo had never seen the override before, and they were so upset that this thing was trying to hurt someone she loves that she started beating the shit out of the override and scared it away.
Damn. Because...
Stop hurting me, Mac!
Okay, the only reason why the override tolerates... Well, it doesn't really tolerate, per se. It's because if the host dies, they die, so they have to keep Memek alive. They would kill Memek if it didn't kill them.
I don't think Robo was fully in their right mind, because they didn't realize that they were, like... They didn't really realize that they were, like, beating the shit out of Memek, technically. Dead Space wants to know if the override is, like, the Venom symbiote.
I think I've been asked this by, one of Jordy's friends during Jordy's live streams where I was moderating. No, it is not a coexistence thing. It is very much just, I tolerate you because I need you to stay alive. Because if you die, I die. I hate you. You hate me. We cannot leave each other. The symbiote can actually leave. If I remember correctly, I haven't watched Venom in like a hot minute. Oh, let me look that up.
I'm sorry, but when you said I hate you, you hate me, I just thought I hate you, you hate me. Let's get together and kill Barney.
Let me see. Yes. So the symbiote can leave its host. The override can't leave Memek. So I hope that answers your question, Dead Space.
Yeah. So basically, in this RP that happened... Wait, no, I already explained it, never mind. But, like, yeah, Robo was not in their right mind. When someone threatens to hurt someone they love, they can... There is a possible slight chance that they may just end up mentally snapping and going, like, you will not hurt them! You will not hurt them! You will not hurt Memek! You will not hurt her! You will not! You will not!
Crazy.
Hi, so I'm actually Airways. Please don't say stuff like that.
Yeah. No, it's been confirmed that he's bi. It's just that, it's like, characters can be certain things, be like characters can be bi but not be in a relationship. Um, Arrow Ace is very, very different from that for sure. Like, it's 100% different
Like,
from that. Did the crew actually say that?
Huh?
Did the crew actually say that? I need to look that up. Let me check. Let me check the. I think because the wiki's run by the crew as well. Hold on. Let me check the wiki for you. Let me. I like how when I look up Cobbs, the first images I get are some of the Mii phones. For the damn. Looking, hang on. I'm sad. Personally, I think Cobbs. Let me check the wiki because I think. Hold on.
I mean, that doesn't automatically mean Arrow Ace. That could just mean
that he's not interested in dating yet, and he just never got around. I'm looking at the wiki right now. Let me see. Let me scroll through.
It's about, because being Arrow Ace is about the attraction, not the action.
Yeah. Oh, here it is. When asked if Cobbs would ever date a man at the BFDI XII meetup in 2022, Anna replied that there was a 50-50 chance he would. This would imply Cobbs is bisexual, albeit there's no confirmation of this whatsoever. In a response video of this question in September 2024, Adam tweeted, "Personally, I don't think Cobbs would ever date anyone at any time taken away from innovating would be deemed a distraction." Like, Cobbs is most likely bi, for sure, based on the 2022 thing. Oh, yeah. Oh, so he responded, "Apologies for the complete non-answer. Admittedly, was a little in a daze at the 2022 event, speaking with thousands of people. Personally, I don't think Cobbs would ever date anyone." Okay. So he did follow up with, like, okay, in response to that video from the event, he did say, "Lol." So there's a chance that he might be bi and just, like, not be interested in dating at all because distraction. So, but that won't change the fact that I ran with this fucking thing, with the statement from 2022, and was like, you know what, time to. But, like, being distracted by a date is not comparable to Arrow Ace at all. It's just that he's like, would I date someone? Yes. But do I want to right now? No, because that will distract me. Now, if he was dating someone for business-related reasons, which is exactly why I chose who I chose,